on Pit fucking Road.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Hello everybody, welcome to the first and not last NR2003 AI INDYCAR League. So it's the first race we're going to be here at St. Petersburg. If these things will get out of the way. You're currently pacing Scott Dixon and Marcus Ericsson. God dang it, dude.
Had a little kerfuffle on pit road, so the rest of the inside lane trying to catch up, but they'll have more than enough time to do that.
Had a little spin out there. God, mother cluck.
As they all collect up for the final turn. About to go green. Ericsson, Dixon.
Green flag at St. Petersburg, Florida.
Is out. We're underway.
Your green flag here at St. Petersburg. Marcus Ericsson getting the early jump, coming into turn one.
Very good start for Marcus Ericsson, able to cover off both lanes. Here comes Pato Award on the inside for second, couldn't make it stick.
Scott Dixon keeps it. In second, coming into the turn. Ericsson still holding the lead, and the stupid Discord UI is in the way still. God. Not UI. Marcus Ericsson still in the lead. Scott Dixon behind him with Pato Award as well. Coming into turn one for lap 2 out of how many laps? I don't know. Teo.
That's lap number 1 completed.
Out of 110.
The battle we got going down here, Colton Herta, and that's Callum Eilot, the Junkos Hollinger racing car, getting up into the top 5.
Trying to catch up to Alex Pillow.
It's below, yep. Nice battle. That was going right there for a second. And now everybody else starting to settle out. It looks to be like, well, Power did not have a good qualifying, started towards the back, but he's starting to make his way through the field. He, of course, has a lot of laps to do it. So I wouldn't worry too much. Gotten some more battles. That's Scott McLaughlin going down the inside of Colton Herta.
Not clear yet.
But Herta able to hold him off. Same top two, which is kind of funny.
You didn't see the short. Yes, that wreck happened.
I gotta stop for a second. I gotta put on better cautions. Oh shit.
Dang it, dude. Stupid UIs.
Just like seconds.
Okay, while you do that, head back to the VC because
Boom.
the UI, not the UI, the Discord thing's in the way. It's really annoying. Just head back to VC. Share screen. It's really annoying when I go into full screen. Marcus Ericsson still leading over Scott Dixon. Not much going on right now. Spread out racing at St. Petersburg. Just looking at the field through here.
Chasing right now, that looks to be Jack Harvey. Right up on him right now. He's gonna look to the outside for a pass. Oh, almost contact. Very close.
Outside again.
And he gets the move done quickly. Power making his way up the field. Not a good qualifying session for that INDYCAR.
Trying to catch up to it. Looks like Kyle Kirkwood. Peterson ahead of Kirkwood.
Another thing, and then note, this field has gotten spread out quickly.
Only
top 10 already separated by 11 seconds.
Already 6 laps in. We've got very spread out.
So Power has to make these moves quickly.
As if we look up at the leaders again, Marcus Ericsson has a second over Scott Dixon.
Nice little move here from Alexander Rossi. Putting some moves on Renus VK.
Are we gonna do it like if there's a flip you're out? Does that make it I don't see how you'd flip at St. Petersburg.
I don't see how that happens, but
it could happen. We did see one car go like off the ground and real life got launched into the sky. Coming up through the S's. Ericsson's still holding his lead after
the time on Dixon.
Almost second and a half, actually, almost. 1.4. And then Pato Award at 3.13 behind. Out of the final quarter.
Start lap number 8 now.
Ericsson's still holding the lead. He's led every lap so far. That could change if a caution where they come out.
What are you insinuating?
I don't.
Did I throw a caution?
No.
Nah. But ooh, McLaughlin in another try at Herta couldn't do it.
Tried again. Still didn't work. Rossi falling behind.
He's definitely holding. I feel like Herta's definitely holding up McLaughlin a little bit.
And these
That's
guys are way behind. 10 to 12 seconds.
Yes, they are. Go check in on Will Power. He's gotten around Kyle Kirkwood. Now looking at Benjamin Peterson. That would be for the 19th position.
Way far behind the leaders.
Currently, Power is 22 seconds off of the lead. But still a long way to go in this race.
Not even 10 laps in yet. He's going to try and move to the inside here. Didn't work.
He's going to switch it outside. Peterson covers him off a little bit. And now down the inside comes Will Power.
He's going to look. He does have the preferred line. Now Peterson has it.
He's going to go.
He holds him.
Peterson not going to fight him too much, I'd imagine. And yeah, right there just lets him go.
Try and catch up to below. I think
that's not below. That is Graham Rahal.
Looks like it. I didn't see the
Oh Lord.
Look back at our top 5.
That's Augustin Canapino running in 12th. Look at this. McLaughlin trying again.
Still trying to get around Colton Herta.
Cannot do it.
He's tried in this part of the track many times and it's never worked.
Knows how to keep a guy behind, doesn't he?
Lap 10. Only 100 laps to go. So lots of laps to go. Especially at a track like St. Petersburg. And now, less than 100 to go. No, 100 to go now. Take a look back at our leaders. Ericsson's time got cut by 4/10 of a second. Now it's only down to almost a second now.
Just outside of, just around a second now, the gap between Dixon and Ericsson.
He is catching the number 8 car. Must be shocking.
Dixon's definitely keeping them honest here.
We are going to be back with a little fake commercial break. This is when the commentators get to take a little break and just watch. We'll be back.
Oh yeah.
we are back from our little break. Marcus Ericsson still holding the lead with a 1.69.
Okay.
What an amazing gap.
Of course. 13 laps in this Grand Prix St. Petersburg.
Let's take a look and see if Scott McLaughlin's still trying to get around Colton Herta. He might have gotten around him. No, he didn't.
He has not. Actually, he's lost time.
He is just, it looks like he's not trying to pass him anymore. Or he might be. Let's
I
take
think
a
he
look
should
back
back
to Will
off.
Power, see if he's gotten around anyone else so far.
Progress of Will Power. He spent this time catching up to
Graham Whitehall.
Graham Rahal.
He's going to look to get around him. Probably the first corner.
We might have a good chance at making a move soon. I don't know if he can do it in the turn one. He does look, but nothing doing. He might have a move up here, though.
He is definitely on to the rear spoiler. The rear wheel. He can look on board to Will Power. Still has not gotten around him. He's losing time now. Come on, Graham Whitehall. Then in front of him would be that would not be Rossi. That would be an entirely different person. Scott McLaughlin has still not gotten around Colton Herta. And the gap between the first place position has increased a lot to a
Ballooned 2 seconds.
As McLaughlin might look to get around Herta this time.
Not quite close enough.
Slides a little through the corner. My fan died, but I have another one. Oh, he grazed the wall there. Not
Luckily
gonna
went a
help
little
him.
wide. Not gonna help that part of the racetrack for the old 3 car.
Dixon is still losing time on the 8 car.
Kyle Kirkwood way far behind.
Looking to get lapped soon. The time between the leaders is cut to 2.29. Yep, 2.29.
0.3, just about 2.3 seconds.
Breaking into the corner. Snickers.
Yep, we have those on the wall.
So far, no engine blowouts. And so far, no DNF actually. It's pretty nice to see.
It was much more turbulent in the Indy 500.
Yeah, we got a lot of engine blowouts and they were mostly Honda.
We've got 2 Hondas, 1-2 in this race.
Let's take a look at our third place position. Pato Award, we have not been watching him at all. He is almost 7 seconds behind the leaders. And then the car behind him would be Alex Below, which is 10 seconds behind.
It seems Ward's found himself in a weird no man's land type situation. He's putting time on Palou, but he just can't seem to catch up to the top 2.
Callum Ilott in 5th.
Talking about that great run from Nikos Hollinger Racing. This would be huge for that smaller team running up with these bigger names. And he is way ahead of Colton Herta.
Way ahead. So 7 to 8 seconds.
McLaughlin's still trying to find a way around Herta.
He might not even be trying to pass him anymore. Because every time he's tried to, he's not made it work. Behind McLaughlin is Rossi.
He definitely needs to get this move done. If he has any sort of shot of catching up to the top 5.
Slides through the corner. If he was on that rear wing, he could have definitely gotten around him in that corner, but he was just not there. Heavy braking zone. Lap 18 out of 110. Race is on a slow pace. I wouldn't say it's that slow though.
Pretty sure they run 110 laps. This is supposed to be 100% distance.
It's fine. 110 is a long enough race though.
If I mess this up, I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
We'll figure it out after the race is over, I guess. But I think it is 110 laps. We're gonna be here for a while. Lap 19 is Pelot is just now getting off the final corner.
I was 10 laps over.
Oh God!
It's 100.
Just end the race on lap 100 then.
That's good. Yeah.
Ignore it saying 110. That's not correct. The ticker's wrong, guys, okay? The ticker's wrong.
Will be
82 laps to go. Snickers area, 7-Eleven to Firestone to Honda through the Essence. And then Bright House.
Whatever that is.
And then back to Honda. And then Hard Rock.
Wait, am I tripping? Or is Callum Ilott actually catching Pelot? Hold on.
If you take a look at the
11,
times.
6, 11, 7. He's been catching.
So Callum
Ilott's been catching.
has been catching Pelot, it looks like.
This is interesting.
The final corner. 81 to go. He just lost time there. It was 14:31 something. Pretty sure it was that. Now it's to 14:65. Calmont is losing time now. I guess he's just not that good in the straights. And the leader, or not leader, second place has cut the time down to less than 2 seconds now. As Pato Ward is way far behind with a 7.77 distance. Ericsson dominating this race still. Let's take a look back to Colton Herta and Scott McLaughlin, see if they're still trying to pass. No. Looks like he's just trying to stick behind them. They're a big man, Will Power.
Jesus Christ.
Hello there,
Hey,
Karen.
there we go.
Here's Will Power. I think he got around someone.
It's up to P15.
Trying
He
to
has
get
gotten around multiple cars, actually.
He got
Ray
around
Hall,
Hall,
Rosenquist, and Stingray Robb.
trying to catch up to
That should be Roman Grosjean.
Yep.
So we got a battle here. Oh,
Into the
Augustin
wall.
Canapino battling with, I believe that's Marcus Armstrong, who got into the wall.
Pretty hard. But they are still fighting for, it's like P12? P13?
Yes, this would be 12th, and Canapino defends successfully.
While they were battling, that let Roman Grosjean catch up a little more.
So we're approaching quarter distance in this race.
Can't you just go into the settings and change the race laps?
No.
We'll just have to end the race 10 laps early than
I think I can do that.
if not, then under 10 laps it is.
I should be able to anyway.
Canapino's still holding off Armstrong, as he will pull away ever so slightly, trying to get up to, I'm pretty sure, Simon Patrick. Sure is. And Will Power has caught, or almost caught. He did gain a lot of time on Roman Grosjean, because he is
He is hot on these guys' tail right here.
near. These guys back here are way far behind.
Yeah,
37
where Power
seconds.
is almost 40 seconds off the lead.
As Scott Dixon's time has been cut to almost 3 seconds. What happened? He was under 2 seconds. Now he's almost at 3 seconds. Did he hit the wall?
It's like Ericsson will start pulling away, and then
And now we got a battle.
Dixon will start gaining again.
Will Power tried to get around him. Didn't make it work. He's gonna try in this corner. No, he will not. He locked up with the tires, it looked like there. Almost got into the wall. Or the tire bearings. Pato Award almost 10 seconds back. As I think Alex Palou is catching Award.
Let's see by how much. Still a pretty big gap, all things considered.
Gap between Palou and Ilott is about 3 seconds.
Still a bit of work for Ilott to do, but he's doing a good job as is.
And again, we're gonna go on another break since there's really nothing going. Oh, it's commercial break time. Woohoo!
Woohoo is crazy. Wait, where's Colton Herta?
Never mind, we are not under break. We have lost the driver. Colton
He's
Herta
sitting in pit road.
is sitting in pits.
Okay,
So Colton
that's
Herta
weird.
looks to be taking his own break. As now we are going under break since we had to figure out where our drivers went.
Game, I swear to God. Alright.
Vroom.
Yes.
And we're back from break. Sorry for the viewers. Sorry for the viewer who joined in and said view.
Oh my god.
And the game is not gaming.
That's laying on my controller, bro. That's annoying. He opened up Steam.
The gap between Erickson and Dixon, 2.21.
6.21 seconds. It started to stable. You see, Dixon started to catch again because we've got more lap traffic. This is a gaggle of lap traffic, actually.
What I'm starting to
That Erickson is approaching.
What I'm starting to see is that Erickson loses time. No, Scott Dixon gains time and then loses time every lap.
Well, at this point, we figured out that Erickson is the quicker driver, but these lap cars are definitely impeding his progress. So Dixon's able to make up some of that time.
Definitely gonna hold up Erickson because we've seen how hard it is to pass here at St. Petersburg.
You gotta be really patient when going on for a pass, even if it's on a lap car.
We've seen.
Gotta be very patient.
We saw from the battle between Herta and God dang it, I do not remember names.
McLaughlin.
Yep, McLaughlin. Herta and McLaughlin were battling, and McLaughlin never got around Herta until he went to pit road. So it is quite hard to pass here as Erickson is caught up to Rinus VK, which is definitely going to hold him up and give Dixon some chance to catch up.
Scott Dixon is absolutely loving seeing that 21 car park it in front of Erickson.
But what is going to suck for Erickson is whenever Erickson does get around VK, Scott Dixon's going to lose time on Erickson whenever he tries to get around VK. As we'll see here how much time Scott Dixon gained on Erickson. He's now 2.13. That's a lot of time gained. Erickson's going to look to try and get around him now. Does not make it work. That is going to slow down our leader. Now he's going to get around him on the inside. VK has been lapped. VK is going to try and defend for his lap. He is not cleared, and VK got into the wall a little bit.
Didn't hurt him too much.
Still not cleared, and now Erickson got around Rinus VK. Now Scott Dixon's going to have to do the exact same thing. He's going to hold him up. You see here.
Look at all the traffic that is in front of Erickson right now.
Trying to get around. I'm pretty sure
that should be Elio Castroneves. Yes, it is.
Let's see, because the number was 2 pixelated.
He might have a move down into turn 1.
Way faster than Castroneves. He's going to try and get around him in turn 1, and he will clear him. No, he
will.
won't.
Easily. No, wait.
Now,
yes.
Definitely not going to help Dixon at all. Because Erickson is just flying past his lap.
Making it look easy.
Almost halfway.
20 laps to halfway.
It does say 110. That is an issue. We made a little error. Unless we
You
want
feel
to
a
do
little
100,
sneaky.
unless we want to do 110 laps, because I'm completely fine with that. I wouldn't mind it.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
Screw it. We'll do 110 laps.
Yeah, why not?
We already have it there. Try and get around another lap car. Almost
That is
made contact.
Christian Lundgaard is trying to get around and gets around him pretty easily on the
Still
outside.
side by side,
Got the lap cars battling in front of Scott Dixon.
Definitely
Absolutely
going
not what he wants to see.
as the time
We get
now
sorted
is
quickly though.
less than 2 seconds, 1.77, but that's definitely going to be a lot bigger of a gap after because he has passed 3 of the lap cars so far. And he's got 2
There's
more
only
to go.
2 left.
And that guy way up there.
And then Santino Ferrucci. And there's a bit of clean air after that.
Try and get around.
But right now, Eric's in the thick of it.
He is neck deep in
Got a
these
good
lap
run.
cars. The time has been cut down to 2.12.
Going back up to 2.1.
Ericsson is neck deep into these lap cars. He's going to get around another one.
And he gets around the third one.
He's going to try and catch up to, I'm pretty sure.
Dixon struggling, can't even get around Castroneves.
Pretty sure Ericsson's trying to get around Carpenter.
You would be
Connor Daly.
wrong. That's Connor Daly. The next lap car up the road. Still complete. Lap number 32 on to 33. Ericsson's led them all.
Ericsson tries to get a run on Daly. He's gonna go third line,
Gonna
but
go outside, turns into inside, can't do it.
Daly,
First time we've seen Ericsson struggle to complete a pass like that.
Connor Daly is an aggressive driver. He will hold anyone off. Doesn't matter if they're the leader.
Daly does not want to go a lap down here.
He's basically the Ryan Newman of INDYCAR. Doesn't matter if he is lapped or not. He will hold you off, and he will not let you pass. As while that happens, Scott Dixon falls to almost 4 seconds behind as he finally gets around Julio Castroneves.
He was able to get one of them, but there's still 3 more for him to get through.
He's got to be very patient to get around these lap cars. But while being patient pays off to get around them, it does not help him whenever our leader is going to pull away from him a lot, as he's now going to try and get around Connor Daly and then Santino Ferrucci. 4.8.
Might have Daly here. Yes, he does.
And Ferrucci is just right there waiting on him, because he's going to try and pass him. He gets to his inside. Not clear yet.
Around right here, and that's the move made.
And now Ericsson has got around all the lap cars we can see at the moment. Scott Dixon's going to have a little bit of trouble getting around these cars.
He's going to have his hands full if he's going to try and keep up with Ericsson. He's gotten through 2 of them already.
Got around VK, now he's going to try and get around Lumnard. Let's take a look back to Kalamilot, see how much he's gained on Cologne. He's not really gained that much. They are
Looks like
in draft distance. He is getting a draft run, as it's almost 3 seconds of a gap between 4th place. Kalamilot showing his skill. Now the first lap car to get to 4th place. And Colo is going to get around him easily. Or not. Kirk
no.
in a fight.
He's not going to get around him.
That is definitely going to hold up Alex Colo. Going to help the 77 of lap 35. This is 15 seconds behind the leader. Did Colton Herta get on track? Yes, he did. I don't understand why he got off track.
Herta's back. He's 24th.
Hey, at least
1 lap down.
At least McLaughlin finally got around him.
Yep, there's McLaughlin. I'm sure he's happy he's got clean air finally.
Colton Herta could still put up a fight for no reason. It looks like someone was doing burnouts.
Because why weren't they?
Probably with power. He's still not gotten around Roman Gorgon.
He's up to 12th.
He might have gotten around Rossi. Because they might have passed Rossi. Definitely looks like it. Because Rossi
Been a
was
good
ahead
recovery drive so far for Power.
Rossi was definitely ahead of Grosjean. Is now Power is going to look to get around him, but he won't make it work.
Can't do it just yet.
Man, the battles through the entirety of the field is entertaining, as Scott Dixon's time is 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
It got cut even larger to a 7:83, as it was just a second ago, 7:13. Cam saying vroom.
He's just getting through the last of the lap traffic.
Trying to get around VK. No, that's not VK. Connor Daly.
Ooh.
They look almost the same.
VK's car is gold and white.
I see the front end. I see the front nose, and I'm like, oh, that's VK from that angle, because I can't really tell. But then that's like, anyhow, Scott Dixon's trying to get around Ferrucci, or at least he's just trying to catch up to him right now.
Gotta catch him first.
We're coming to lap. Actually, no, we are already on lap 38. Forget 8.27 is our gap. Marcus Ericsson showing his skill. As Scott Dixon tries to get around, he doesn't make it work. But they are going to go side by side.
Have him move on the outside here. He's gonna
pass him.
Ferrucci just lets him through.
Ferrucci didn't want to cause no trouble.
Good call there from Ferrucci to just let Dixon by.
Now with all that fresh and clean air, Marcus Ericsson's already caught up to these guys. He's going to try and get around.
Harvey and Peterson.
Looks like he got around Jack. Yep.
Now looking for Benjamin Peterson here.
He's
gonna have a good run out the final corner onto the front straight.
He will
Got a
definitely get
pretty
around
easy
him
move here.
easily.
There it is.
Peterson
Oh,
doesn't let him go though.
thought better of it.
Ericsson already caught up to the lappers up here, but Dixon is gaining ever so slightly. 763. Marcus Ericsson has led all 39 laps in the St. Petersburg Grand Prix.
Impressive performance so far.
Another lap car up here. No. Clean air for the number 8 car. Lap 40. The gap is gotten further, or has increased. 7.72. I think we know who's winning this race. It is literally Ericsson's race to lose.
Just wait until we start getting our first batch of pit stops. Eventually.
That's when stuff changes. Or a caution could come out. Because we are into the part of the race where it is spread out, but there are the occasional battles here and then. As I've seen from some of those battles, most of the time, someone will either hit the wall or they'll just give up the spot.
Willpower finally got around Roman Grosjean. That should see him into 11th place. Just outside the top 10.
Someone could be slow on the track and not know someone's behind them. We saw that yesterday during our little Indy 500 test. That's why we're doing this entire thing. David Lucas. Now he's gonna try to catch up to Armstrong.
Trying to catch Marcus Armstrong for the 10th spot.
Trying to get into the top 10. He started in the top 20, I'm pretty sure.
Started around 24th or so.
He is on the move. But currently we are 49 to 50 seconds behind the leader.
That is crazy to think about.
The gap is mind-boggling.
Dixon is going to have the move and he gets into the top 10.
The gap between David Malukas and Alexander Rossi is way over 10 seconds. It's about a 12-second gap. And then Alexander Rossi to Glock is 9 seconds. And then 7 seconds to 1 second. No, not 1 second. No, it is about a 1 second gap. Callum Milot is caught up to Rossi.
He has caught him.
I guess he finally got around Kirkwood. Loaded.
It's not going to get any easier for Palou.
As there's a whole batch of lap cars waiting for him. These were the lap cars we saw earlier that Ericsson Milot got around Kirkwood easily.
Yes, he did. And now, look at this. The two Juncos Hollinger cars are sandwiching Palou. Is Canapino going to hold up Palou to see if ILOC can have a chance at making a move?
It would be smart to help your teammate up like that.
And it looks like he is going to give Palou a hard time.
If ILOC is there on the number 10 car, much below. He's going to get a run here, it looks like.
The teamwork here is brilliant.
Got a battle up here. Looks like that car got around that other one. So I can't tell who is who. Oh, my law is there. He almost tried. He's going to try to make a move. Doesn't make it work. He's going to try again. He is almost cleared him for the second time. But no, he didn't make it work again. Oh, caution is out on the racetrack.
Awesome. That's
gonna
the first
change-
yellow.
That's going to change everything.
We need to know what's happened. David Malukas is in the pits.
I swear to God. Oh my God, bro. It's him. Malukas,
He was
bro.
running 8th. And I think the car just shut off.
Stalled his car and then he got into the barriers.
He didn't hit anything. He just kind of shut off. Died on him.
David Malukas' car just stopped.
Had to go retrieve the car, and the safety car is out for the first time today.
That is gonna suck for Marcus Ericsson. That lets Scott Dixon get right behind him. But that does help whoever was first lap down.
That's also really good for
It's also really good for Will Power
Will
as he's
Power.
in ninth.
He was gonna go a lap down soon as well.
He got around Marcus Armstrong. It
Looks like Benjamin Peterson is the first car 1 lap down, so
he will get around.
he'll be able to go around soon.
Whenever he gets the
Not gonna do it just yet because everybody has to pit.
green flag.
So here they come.
Here's our pitters, and who will stay out? The leaders will go in. Someone stayed out. I can't tell who that is. The pace car stayed out, obviously. First caution of the day. David Malukas' car decides to die on him, causing the yellow to come out and bringing the safety car.
I think this is everybody in the pits. Nobody's staying out.
Pretty smart, as I do see one car. No, I don't. Everyone is coming in. We'll figure it out if we see a pixel not in the pit road. As Ericsson will get the race off pit road. Scott
Handle
Dixon
it.
right behind him. Before we started this race, I'm pretty sure one of the wreckers on pit road when we were pulling out was David Malukas. So that might be a reason for why that happened.
Might have something to do with it.
As Benjamin Peterson does get the wave around.
He'll get the wave around. He'll be able to pass the leaders in the pace car, and he'll get his lap back.
He will have to fight his way through the field though, as the pace car is way up ahead.
They'll go and catch the safety car that has its lights off for some reason.
Keep your lights on. As Benjamin Peterson going around now.
We do not have the one to go, buddy.
Give it the 2
There
to
goes
go.
Peterson.
2 more pace laps just so we let Peterson catch up a little bit. As that really helps the guys behind Dixon. Because as I was saying, they were like 14 seconds behind. And now Pato Award is right behind Dixon. They were about 10 seconds back. That helps them a lot.
Punches them right back up.
That really does suck for the leaders, though. And
Add
Dixon.
one more pace up. Okay.
We'll should be restarting the race on lap 47, I'm pretty sure. No, lap 48.
48. Because I'm fairly certain, yeah, Peterson wasn't the only car that needed to catch up.
This Colton Herta's back in the pits. I just saw that. Well, he might have been one of the wreckers. Herta and
Let's
Rosenqvist.
see if we can find out what happened while we're here.
Oh, someone spun.
Stingray Rob
First engine blowout of the
blew
day.
it up. The Dale Coyne car.
Under caution too. That is
unfortunate.
That sucks for Stingray Rob.
He was having a pretty good run in the 12th spot.
Coming into the Snickers straight. Love saying that. Through the Firestone turn and then in the Honda, and he just
blew it up.
At least he didn't collect Pillow.
Something brakes. Just
That's not Pillow.
that's not Pillow.
It's Rahal.
Jeez.
I corrected myself though.
Good job.
We are going green this time.
We'll be going green this time. The field has been caught up mostly.
Most of the field's caught up at least. If you didn't catch up, that sucks to be you. As Marcus Ericsson will be first place. He has been all day.
All the
Let's see if that
lap
continues.
cars are together at least.
Oh, someone jumps out of line.
That's Jack Harvey.
He's pitting.
He is coming to the pits.
As
We're going to go back racing.
We're gonna go
The
back
field
racing.
in the hands of Marcus Ericsson.
After the first yellow flag, we are
Here
back
we go.
green. Marcus Ericsson with the first jump, but let's see what happens in turn one. Holds off Scott Dixon.
Dixon going to stay following. Here comes
Pato
Pato Award.
Around, trying to go to the outside.
Around the outside and makes the
Award.
move for second.
He will clear Scott Dixon. No one else has taken the lead from Ericsson.
Let's see what Pato can do. Can he try and...
Callum Einlott gets out of the groove. No, that's Augustin Canapino. They look very similar.
Canapino, that was.
Got out of the groove.
Got out of shape.
He will fall behind Connor Daly. I said it correct this time. I didn't call him As Ericsson starts to pull away again. This is a bad fast race car.
Who can catch him?
One thing to catch him, but it's another thing to pass the guy. Oh, Ward did catch him for a second, but now falling behind is just Ericsson knows how to run St. Petersburg. Showing everyone
I don't know why these guys are here, but
showing everyone who knows how to drive this track.
it's Canapino, and then where the fuck? Damn.
Checking up,
Close. So now it's McLaughlin up in the 5th. Okay.
McLaughlin and a lot of lap cars.
In the middle of just lap cars everywhere.
Another car out of the groove. It's Marcus Armstrong. Trying to get around a few cars. Oh, Ward does not have the car to catch up to Ericsson, but Dixon does. But Dixon will have to get around Ward first to get up to the number 8 Husky Chopper car.
1:10.1. That was Ericsson's fastest lap of the race, just right there.
Fastest lap, as the time is already over 2 seconds.
And that's the fastest lap of the race.
1:10.1. It's flat.
This man is in a league of his own right now.
If Marcus Ericsson were to lead every lap and win the race, I'd be in shock. which it looks like he's going to pull that off as we are almost halfway through the race. That caution almost messed him up, but it managed to hold off Scott Dixon. And then Dixon got passed by O'Ward, which O'Ward is holding up Dixon. And he's not catching Erickson anytime soon.
Ward has fallen off big time off of Erickson.
That time is definitely, that gap is definitely going to increase. 2:45, 3:53 in just one lap. A whole second was lost. That's just mind-boggling how fast Erickson is. Dixon
Really
was
is.
keeping up before that caution. But like I said, O'Ward did get around him, and that is not going to help Dixon whatsoever. As the pack behind the top four, honestly behind the top three, is already falling to 10 seconds almost.
Because all those lap cars are mixed in as well.
Alex Palou finally gets around.
Got around a lot of them at least. Now he's going to try and catch up to Christian Lundgaard. See if he can get into that clean air and try and push after third.
Bitch, I ain't muting.
Yes, you are, dude. Womp womp. Still, the 8 car pulls away. Another second was lost on O'Ward that lap. And we are going to go on break. Commercial break, guys. Commercial break.
I think the 90 minutes of sleep I got is really messing me up. Jesus Christ. Ooh, jeez. Very close to Will Power. Just went hard into the outside wall.
Mr. YT is back from the break. He gets a soda so he can stay a little active. Marcus Ericsson with an amazing gap between Pato O'Ward, 5.48, and the gap between Dixon and O'Ward is about a second, 2 seconds now as the time updates, 6.63 and 8.44. Marcus Ericsson dominates and shows who's boss. I want to kill myself. Sound like a Facebook one when I say boss, but I don't. Anyways, showing who's boss this race. Ericsson's definitely gonna have some chocolate after this. And we are gonna have our interview with Stingray Rob. Totally Stingray Rob. Teo is definitely Stingray Rob.
Oh shit.
So you had a little engine blowout under caution. What happened there?
Really not sure. We were just going around under caution, and all of a sudden the clutch dumped, something broke, and it wasn't going the way it needed to. They ran the little cycles that we have when we stall, when the car's about to stall or something, and they said there was something wrong with the I noticed I couldn't shift properly, so I had to retire the car, bring it in. They're still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but yeah, it's something wrong with the transmission, as far
And
as
how
we know.
exactly is that gonna affect your season coming into the next race?
Definitely not the way you want to start off the year, but it's definitely a long calendar ahead of us, so we'll have more opportunities to bounce back, and we'll be back ready for Texas.
Alright, thank you. Stingray Rob, DNF early. You didn't want that to happen. Thank you. Erickson
Well,
is
bud.
just pulling away from Award. Almost 8 seconds now, and Dixon falls to 10 seconds back. As we are, I'm pretty sure halfway now, if my math is correct.
Just about halfway, yeah.
As we just heard from Stingray Rob. Doesn't know what clearly happened. Besides,
Real unfortunate for him. His rookie year, and this is how it starts. He's got a lot of promise, so we'll be looking out for him.
and David Malukas as well. Something happened there, but I'm pretty sure he got his car back on track. Just trying to race for points now.
Yes, he did get his car back on the track. He is 21st a lap down, but he will get something out of it at least. Stingray Rob, the only retirement so far.
Very unfortunate. Is now Pato Award. We'll see how far back he is now. Whenever he crosses the line, 796 currently. And 882. That is almost a second lost. Every lap, he loses about a second. Erickson just dominating this race.
Could this be the year for Marcus Ericsson?
Or is this just a one-hit wonder for the season? Will this be his one good luck race, winning it, and then just bad luck the next races? Who knows? Coming into Texas next week on Friday, we'll see who will dominate ovals compared to road courses, because like what we haven't mentioned yet is that Marcus Ericsson is from F1, and F1 usually races on road courses. I've never seen an oval race in F1 before, and this is just showing that talent from F1 to INDYCAR.
That's what we love about INDYCAR, all the different types of tracks that these guys visit every year, all the different skill sets that every driver brings to the table. It's very entertaining to watch.
And our other driver from F1, Romain Grosjean, in currently 8th place, 31 seconds back, trying to, pretty sure, get around Callum Ilott.
It must be right on him.
Gap between them is not that far, as he is
Not
right there. Another guy from F1 having a decent race so far, in the top 10. But if we want to talk about on the move, let's look at Will Power right behind Romain Grosjean. Started in the top 20 and he's made his way to 9th place. That caution was a big factor in that, but when he wasn't under caution, he was making moves.
Now this is going to allow him to make more moves that otherwise would be out of reach if this race stayed
Ooh,
green.
Kalamila gets
So
into the wall there.
it's only up for ooh, Grosjean wide out trying to make the move, and he does make the move on
Intense racing
ILOT.
in the back of the pack as Ericsson pulled away over 10 seconds. Over Pato O'Ward.
Now Will Power going to be tucked up right behind Callum ILOT.
ILOT looked like to barely skim the wall, but any amount of contact on these open wheel cars will mess up your run. As shows here, he falls behind Roman Grosjean and almost gets passed by Will Power here. Took a look at the car behind Callum ILOT, or Will Power.
There's Will Power. He has been clawing and fighting this whole race.
Started, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, 25th, and he's in 9th.
Yep, just around there.
And behind them would be Simon Pagenaud, who also started in the back, and he's made his way up into the 10th place. And behind him is his teammate Kyle Kirkwood, and he is lap down.
Kyle Kirkwood, yep. They're both running 10th and 20th, respectively.
Behind Kirkwood would be Felix Rosenquist, I think.
He is
That
in
is
the
Rossi.
Alexander Rossi.
Rosenquist and Rossi have almost identical teams. Fault on my end. Rossi, Herta, finally gets it back on track.
Ray Hall. Peterson running good in 13th for that
Jack Harvey.
small team.
There's Rosenquist.
Here's Rosenquist, 25th, struggling. The Aero McLaren team.
Behind Rosenquist is no one. Currently last place. Unfortunate.
Last of the running cars, I think he is. Yes, he is.
Very unfortunate for the Aero McLaren team. But at least you got Rossi up in the top 20 or top 15, I'm pretty sure. He is in 11th.
Beto O'Ward. The shining light for Aero McLaren in P2, but 12 seconds back.
Pato O'Ward just doesn't have the car to get up there.
I don't think anybody has the car, not even Scott Dixon did.
Dixon did have the car before the caution, but now he's struggling. He's struggling just to catch up to O'Ward. Not something you'd like to see.
The gap has stagnated around 3 seconds, so can't even keep up with O'Ward barely.
Hour and 20 minutes into this race, and it's been pretty entertaining, honestly. The battles
pretty
here and
good.
then, the pit strategy.
It's been a pretty good race.
Because there really hasn't been pit strategy besides that one pit stop.
We've only had one pit stop, and that was under caution, so I do think there's going to be one more stop to make it to the end of this race, because we pitted a bit before halfway, so there's probably going to be one more stop to make it to the end.
Most likely. And we just got word from Stingray Rob that his engine just blew up. That's really just what happened. Nothing. It's just something broke in the engine and just caused it to blow up. So very, very unfortunate for just a mechanical error there.
Let's hope he'll bounce back at Texas next Friday.
Because that's going to mess up his points. He will most likely get DNF points. So, not a single point from this race. Very sucky. Very unfortunate.
Unfortunate situation.
Just looking at Alex Blow now, trying to get up to Christian Barnard. Lap car, and then behind him would be Scott McLaughlin, who was earlier battling with Colt Herta at the very beginning of the race, but he got around Herta now, which Herta was in the pit road for... Actually, he was in pit road twice, if I recall, and he's made his way up to 7th place. Very fast moving car.
Brief.
Currently...
Fast. Oh! But the car stopped on the racetrack. Simon Pagino, the caution's out again.
Also, that
this
is
time
not...
Simon Pagino.
That's not Herta in 7th. I'm a little delusional. That is Romain Grosjean. So
he was just going, and it looks to me the car just shut off completely.
He'll be able, because he didn't. It doesn't look like he made any contact with the wall. No damage.
More
there.
reliability issue for the Honda cars.
And that will definitely mess up Ericsson again.
Marcus Ericsson. He's probably wondering, are these guys doing this on purpose?
Shutting the car off on purpose, I guess. And the first car a lap down.
The first car a lap down was actually Simon Pagino, but he was the cause of the caution. So no free pass will be given.
Unfortunate there. If only it was someone else. Ericsson's gonna have to pull away again. Unless he gets his lead taken away, which he'll probably just take it back. Let's see who pits and who doesn't, because the caution came out only 20 laps ago, I'm pretty sure.
They've only done about 20 laps of green flag running, so...
We'll see who doesn't pit, because...
If you pit here, you're going to have to do some sort of saving to make it to the end. I think so.
A reason why he would pit. Also, I feel very stupid. I said 7th place was Colton Herta. I guess I'm too far back from my computer.
Herta is 24th, 2 laps down.
I guess I'm too far back from my computer, or your screen shows a little too pixelated, because it looked like this number 26, but it's the 28. Credit to Romain Grosjean for being in 7th place. Good job. He was in 8th place earlier.
The top 3 all stay out here.
I don't see a reason why anyone would pit, because everyone did pit already.
Palou also staying out. I think everybody's going to stay out here.
Let's add a few laps to the caution so everyone can catch up. Or at least main pack can.
You know what? We're going to wave Lundgaard through. He's multiple laps down, I think.
Let him get at least
We'll wave him through. Just so he can get out of the way of the leaders.
And at least he gets one of his laps back. Christian Lundgaard will be waved the free pass.
There he goes.
Slipstreams with the tire barrier.
Almost hit the tire barrier. Yep.
If he wrecks during his wave around, I'm gonna... I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do to this guy. Second caution of the day, and it hasn't really been that long since the last caution.
And there he goes.
I do not know why the pace lights are up. The top 10 ain't even up here yet. Add a few laps on the pace car.
Oh shoot, they're going green this time.
I don't know why they're doing that. The pack ain't even there yet. Only a few guys are. As Romain Grosjean is 35 seconds back. He's just now exiting. Will Power up to 8th place. Very good.
I don't know what the hell these guys are doing.
They're pacing. They're just... That guy's the pace car. Augustine Canapino is the pace car for this pack, I guess. If they want to be slow and mess up their race, let them. Let's have a little race review. Starting on pole, Marcus Ericsson still leader.
has led every lap run to this point has been led by that man in that 8 car.
All 65 laps. He pulled away from Dixon by, at the time, only 3 seconds was the furthest he pulled away from him, because Scott Dixon tried to stay around him until the caution came out for David Malukas' car stalling out about right there. And then, unfortunately, Stingray Rob under caution, car blows up, engine has a malfunction. And then coming to the first corner, whenever the green flag comes out, Pato O'Ward will take second place over Scott Dixon. And then giving Ericsson a 13-second lead until Simon Pagenaud has a stalled engine, or stalled car, whatever happened there.
And you know how aggressive Pato O'Ward can be on these restarts. If he can get a good run on the main straightaway, he'll definitely try and have a dive on Ericsson. It's all if Ericsson's ready for that attack coming from behind him.
We'll figure that out, because we are definitely going green this time. That is the NASCAR pace car. I just realized that.
I guess it's a loaner from NASCAR.
Thank you, NASCAR, for giving us a pace car.
To American motorsports with a lot of history.
As we come to the final corner, pace car will be coming in this time.
There it goes into the pits.
And we are going to go green. Marcus Ericsson will lead this lap.
Here we go.
And we are green flag.
And Ericsson got a good jump there, got him enough room to be safe into turn.
Oh, Scott Dixon walked up.
Here comes O'Ward.
Hello, almost got around him. Here comes Pato O'Ward. He's gonna make the move on the inside.
Can he get there? No, he can't. That was the closest anyone's been able to make a move on him.
He's not gonna let him try and get away. But he's gonna try and keep him to where he can at least almost get around him.
Let's see if O'Ward can keep up over this entire lap. Look at McLaughlin going after Palou. He's gonna get him, I think.
This is what we love to see on restarts.
Not quite. Yes, actually. He does get Palou.
Almost hits the wall there, and Marcus Ericsson pulls away again. This time Scott Dixon's in the range where he can. This time Scott Dixon's in range where he can maybe get around O'Ward and try to get up to Ericsson, but
I thought Ericsson got caught snoozing right there off that restart.
And we are already 1 second ahead, and that lead is just going to keep building up and up and up.
Yes, it will.
Ericsson, just a dominant run today. No matter how many restarts we have, he will be alert. He is locked in.
Doesn't matter who it is behind him. Doesn't matter. This Ericsson's been the best driver by far this entire race.
I think O'Ward's holding up Dixon because, like I said earlier in the race, Scott Dixon was only 2 seconds behind Ericsson, and he was staying in that zone. But ever since Pato O'Ward got in front of him, they've just been falling back. I think that's the reason why Ericsson's been pulling away with such a big lead. Because Pato O'Ward is just holding up Scott Dixon. And it just seems like Scott Dixon isn't trying to get around O'Ward. Doing that's going to mess them both up because they are losing time and losing time fast. Lost about 0.6 of a second that lap. Scott McLaughlin gets up to 4th place. Finally.
He'd made the move on Palou on the restart lap.
Good, nice to see. take a look on Simon Pagenaud, the reason for the caution, and see how he's doing. If he got his car back on track, if he did or did not. I'm pretty sure he did. Yes,
And
he
it
did.
looks like he has. He has.
He is currently in the
He's in the 19th position.
lap down. Not what he wanted his day to be like, but at least he's still fighting for it.
But at least he's still in the race.
Oh! David Malukas hard into the wall there. Very hard hit. Kept his car clean though. I don't see any
He
damage
looks like he's
visible.
okay. He'll continue on.
He's tail end of the field battles. Love to see it. Connor Daly and Reyes VK.
You finally got it right. Good job.
Yippee!
How about Benjamin Peterson running in the top 10?
Pretty nice.
That
How
is-
about Graham Rahal up to 9th? He's been in the back all day.
Remember, Rahal was one of the guys that power passed early in the race.
Speaking of Will Power, he's up to 2nd, and he's gaining on the number 77 at Callum Mylon. Very good performance for Will Power. This is going to start off his season well, but who knows? He could have an engine failure. It's already
Power
happened.
has run this race exquisitely. The cautions have fallen just in the way that team has needed them to, and they've executed this entire race to be back up in the top 10.
Talk about Team Penske showing.
Team Penske showing up, showing out right now. 2 of their cars in the top 10.
And he's gonna try. Ooh, slides through that corner, almost into the wall.
Just a little slide.
Slide.
Won't hurt nothing.
As he's gonna try and get a run on the front stretch to get around Callum Ilott. As Callum Ilott has had an amazing race so far. He's been in the top 10 for the past 50 laps now, I'm pretty sure. He's gonna have a little bit of
For much of this
trouble.
race.
A little bit of trouble from Will Power here. But Will Power will get around them eventually.
Is being pressured by Power, but he's holding his own right now. Former Formula 2 driver.
Marcus Ericsson already 5 seconds ahead of the 2nd place position. That's just insane. It's not even been 5 laps yet.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's catching him.
Only if Scott Dixon were to get around Award and then there were to be a restart, maybe.
And right now, Awards actually put some time on Dixon. About 2 seconds.
Very good for the Aero McLaren team. But for the other cars, not so.
Air McLaren has something good going at least.
The only Aero McLaren in the top 10. Rosenqvist
It's
25th. And then wherever Rossi is.
And then
12th.
Rossi in 12th.
2 positions behind the top 10. And he's got some lap traffic in front of him, which is definitely going to hold him up.
Not bad, but definitely not great when your teammate is running second.
Ericsson has led 72 laps, which is every lap so far. Very good for the number 8 car. On what team is he on? Because I do not know any single team besides Penske.
It's like Chip Ganassi or something, I think. Wait. No, it's not.
Well, we'll figure it out after race. We'll find out whatever team he's on. says he's almost 6 seconds ahead. Gained about over a second that lap. Just amazing performance.
Has absolutely taken charge of this race.
Not letting anyone show.
I think after our Indy test race, that really lit a fire in Ericsson
Yeah, because he
to
was
really
the
go
winner.
out there.
He was the winner of that race. Scott Dixon got second. He was about a second behind him, and now he's just insult to injury on Dixon right now. Just dominating at St. Petersburg.
Absolutely impressive performance so far.
Damn,
Going for Ericsson, we've seen how unpredictable this race can be.
There could be a caution here, there can be a lead change there, but I don't think there's going to be a lead change at all with the final 40 or so laps. Because I think this win is locked in for him. Because as we've seen on the 2 restarts, he just pulls away after turn 1. No matter how much of a non-battle happens.
Pato about had him done, but move came, just swung out a bit too wide and wasn't able to get the power down. If we do get another caution, it'll be interesting to see.
Commercial break, guys. It's a real commercial break. I'm taking it. You're in charge. Saying hi to my mom. Anyways, Marcus Ericsson still leading with an 8-second gap. As Will Power still trying to get around Callum.
35 laps to go.
34.
Now 34 as Marcus Ericsson hit the line.
Remember, a caution might change something. It could change a lot if it's near the end of the race, because that's when the AI gets aggressive.
That's when you can start to see some moves being made. and a lot more urgency.
The AI is smarter than these Roblox racers. They don't race aggressive on lap 1. They actually try to stay where they're at the moment, and then later in the race pass. They save their fuel actually.
Playing it smart. Now it's about to be go time. This is when you want to be aggressive. And this is when, a lot of the time, when more cautions happen.
I'm looking at this right now. I think Ilot's going to get passed. He has just been trailing behind him for the past, few laps now. About 20. And he's gained, he's lost time. But eventually Willpower will get around the 77.
Power hasn't really made any major inroads on Ilot, though.
He might not be trying to pass him, actually. He might just feel fine in the lucky number 7.
Maybe that might be the number that Power needs. So we're not sure yet.
Trying to pull away from Willpower, but then he'd have to get around down to the road.
And we know how hard that is to do. So very tough for Ilot right now.
Is already 11 seconds. I don't know how someone could catch you in that amount of time. Because at the moment, no one is gaining any time. Marcus Ericsson. No one is going to get any time, as it looks like, because every lap, it's over a second that Ericsson gains. And over a second Pato Award loses. It's very unfortunate, but a second place finish in the very start of the season is not awful. It is a very good position to finish. But winning is just better. For many reasons. And I see Pato Award as a driver who could definitely win this season. What about you, Teo?
I think Pato definitely has the tools that he needs to win. It's just, can he put them together in practice to be able to actually win? That's what we're going to be monitoring throughout the season. Can he actually put those pieces together that he has to try and win this year?
31 laps to go currently. As the top 10 battle, I don't know if there's a battle going on, I can't really tell, but Benjamin Peterson 40 seconds back in currently 10th place, with Graham Rahal a whole 20 something seconds ahead of Benjamin Peterson, which is a pretty far back.
There is Ericsson crossing the line, and that is Award coming out of the final corner. So, big gap. And it's only getting bigger. That's another second gained by Ericsson. This guy, absolutely unstoppable. It might be looking like we're settling down into another long green flag run here. bar another caution for mechanical failure.
Ericsson now coming out of the final corner. Pato Award will come out of the corner as soon as Ericsson crosses the line, which is just a huge gap.
And there's Pato. Absolutely unreal.
Like, in the time from the lead is just going to increase 13:02 to a 14:13. It's just the gap is increasing just every lap. And the chance of them winning this race, or the chance of second place coming anywhere near Ericsson, just slips further and further away.
They've got to be holding on to some hope of a caution, some sort of stack up, something happens to bring this field back together, because we saw how close Pato Award got to passing Ericsson on the last restart. He definitely has something for him. He just has to make the move in those first couple, not even couple laps, couple turns. That's all you really get.
You get one chance, and if you mess that chance, I'm just gonna restart what I'm saying. You only get one chance to pass this driver, and it's every restart in that first corner. If you do not get around him, then you will not get around him at all until the next chance when we have another restart, which has happened twice now. Award tried to get around him twice. He couldn't get around him both those times, and both those times Ericsson's pulled away from a crazy lead. As whenever we get this spread out from first to second, every time we've had a caution. And we are in that gap zone where a caution could come out. I don't know why it happens like that, but it could.
And like you mentioned before, getting towards the end of the race, guys are going to get more aggressive, trying to get whatever positions they can.
And I just saw the ticker update. Marcus Ericsson has entered the top 10, getting around Benjamin Peterson. Marcus Armstrong, not Ericsson. Oopsie. Mixing up, I'm saying Ericsson a little too much.
Benjamin Peterson in the pits.
Peterson in pit road, yeah.
For what
happened? Oh, he's just pitting.
It looks like a routine pit stop.
Pitting early.
Or having pit stop. It looks like just pitting early, a little bit of strategy here.
But will this strategy work out in the long run?
We'll see.
And another guy in pit road.
Dixon's in. These are pit stops.
And Award, yep. Pit stops are being made. Just Benjamin Peterson went in a lap early.
Of this race.
Peterson went in early. When will Marcus Ericsson enter pit road? I think that's him. No, that's Peterson exiting. Ericsson with at the time was 23 seconds. And
of course, Ericsson's gonna have to come in.
No. He's not. He's in. Yes, he is. Our leader is in pit road. That would be Pelot. No, that'd be Scott McLaughlin.
Got some other guys that were out of sync that came in. As Ericsson trundles down pit road. He'll pull into his stall. Just a routine 4-tire stop. Why did I say that like this is NASCAR? What the? Just a routine stop here for Marcus Ericsson, and he's on his way. Just like that. And if you want to see where there's Pato Award.
Just now coming across the line. Scott McLaughlin. Is he pitting?
Seconds.
Is McLaughlin in pits? Because if so, then he would not be the leader. No,
Scotty Mack. not
Stop.
in the pits. He's actually still on the racetrack.
He is our current leader, actually. Or is Ericsson still the leader? I don't know. I think he's still the leader. I think he was so far ahead that he's still the leader after
actually
pitting.
might not be.
Maybe.
Not.
We'll figure out whenever
no, he's
Scott...
not. He's not.
Alright.
He's about like 4th.
And
but there
goes
McLaughlin
Scott McLaughlin in pits.
Power stays out.
Will Power is the leader. First time in pits. I mean, first time in the lead.
First time we have somebody, and we'll have people not named Marcus Ericsson leading this race.
Whenever these guys pit ahead of him, though, that definitely will change. Because even after Marcus Ericsson got out of the pit road, he's still in 8th place. And we just saw Scott McLaughlin pit. So whenever Will Power pits, Ericsson's back in front. That's just how big of a lead he had. He could pit and come out and still be in the top 5.
There's Marcus right there. Only a little bit behind the
game.
Okay, game.
Game.
Oh my! Please don't crash. All right, thank you.
If he were to crash now, that'd be so.
Oh,
sad.
yellow.
Yellow's out.
Yellow's out.
Oh,
it's Connor Daly.
Connor Daly.
He's got damage to that car.
Oh no.
He's definitely wrecked it somewhere. I think no. It's another shutoff problem.
Shut off, but he has damage.
He just come through the.
Oh,
and he
spins
spun it
out.
He's wiped it out.
No one hits him.
And nobody hit him, thankfully.
Ooh, that was close there. And that means Will Power will have to pit now. Or he won't. He might stay out, but if he does, he will have to hold off our probably winner of the race, Marcus Ericsson.
That changes a lot about this race.
Graham Rahal.
Graham Rahal, lucky day for Graham Rahal.
He just now got out of pits, I'm pretty sure.
First car 1 lap down, so he'll be receiving the free pass.
Pretty good.
Having a good run in 11th right now.
We'll see what happens whenever these guys get the chance to pit, because I know Marcus Ericsson will not pit unless he does for some reason.
Have to pit.
But Will Power most definitely has to pit.
Does have to pit. Yep.
If he doesn't, then he risks the chance of a probably fuel in tires.
Does Power get greedy here? I doubt it.
Probably would take the smart way, because that powerhouse of a driver behind him would most definitely get around him.
But don't think
seen
Power
how
wants
hard it is to pass here, though. But Marcus Ericsson just makes it look easy. And Will Power is
there he goes. Power's in. Unsurprisingly, coming in the pits.
Smart
the
move
field
for
hasn't
Will
been
Power.
caught up, so there might be more of a gap.
Will Power was probably going to pit even before the caution came out.
A few other cars come in. We're going to let Rahal go get his lap back.
And it looks like second place is still a Ward. And Graham Rahal gets the wave around. And a Ward is there.
Benjamin Peterson is 1 down. We're not waving him. We will wave Ferrucci through.
And then just wave the 55 so he gets out of the way.
Yeah. Just so we can have these guys out of the way, the leaders.
Probably the best idea. And then we're going to have to add a yellow flag.
We don't want to have another Michael Massey incident now, do we?
No, we don't. Now another chance for a Ward to try and get around the 8 car. Will he make it work this time? Will he take it to a little too far to move him out of the way forcefully? Because because of how many times he's tried to pass him, he didn't make it work. He might just
Will
make
it be the
contact
third
and move on.
time's the charm for Pato Ward?
Always.
Talk about Callum Ilott running in 4th right now. Behind the safety car. He's been holding his own.
Talk about Marcus
Here.
Armstrong in 4th currently on the ticker.
I think he actually, wait, did he pit? I think he pit. Yeah, he pit.
Alright, so he is not 4th. Talk about Callum Ilott in 4th.
Will
Talk about
Power drove all the way up
Roman
into the top 10.
Grosjean in
Still here.
7th at the moment. He looks to be
He's-
5th actually, and Will Power will stay 6th.
Will
What
Power
a run for
lost,
Will Power he's had
he's lost
today.
basically nothing from pitting, so
Pitting really didn't mess him up. He might manage a 5th place or top 5 finish actually. And
Running
the
in
Aero
the-
McLaren 7 car finally makes it into the top 10. He is currently 8th from Alexander Rossi. Finally
good
makes his
run
way in the top 10.
going
It's just
for Alexander Rossi.
currently, we have no idea where the number 6 car of Felix Rosenquist is. He is
I think he is
outside the
still
top 10.
last.
There we see
There's
Graham
Ray
Rahal.
Hall trying to catch up. Remember, he was the free pass car.
So was the 14 and 55, just so they can get out of the way. Add another lap so these guys back here can have a chance at catching up.
Race control, we're gonna said they're gonna add another lap to make sure everybody can be caught up properly.
Whatever VK's doing.
So we are not going green yet. We're gonna go green with about probably 20 laps to go.
And this 20 laps means it all for either Award, Dixon, Ilott, or Erickson. Maybe even Grosjean.
Maybe even Grosjean if he gets aggressive.
Even Will Power
We-
has a chance of finishing very good. Top 5 is on the line for this number 12 Penske car.
It all depends on who can take it to Marcus Ericsson within the first 3 turns.
As he's
If anybody can challenge him,
Unfortunately,
that's
the
who's
green
gonna-
flag pit stops. Marcus Ericsson couldn't lead every lap in this race, but he came damn near close to doing that.
got very close to it. Absolutely sensational drive.
Oh, we hit the 2 hour mark 33 seconds ago
2 hours of
Of
incredible racing.
of watching Ericsson dominate.
Because now we will go green. Well, we'll go green this time.
List
I
off
believe the field will be caught
and the
up this
field will
lap.
most definitely catch up, or at least most of it will, because they're just now coming out of the final corner.
And yep,
and-
there's the last place car. Felix
There's
Rosenquist
Rosenquist.
still having just a nightmare day.
Just not good.
They definitely are gonna put this one behind them and move on to Texas. Probably the oval gonna suit Rosenquist a little better.
Which will be at Texas.
Texas Motor Speedway.
What I just noticed is that Joseph Newgarden is not in the field.
I
Didn't make
just
qualifying.
noticed that as well.
He missed qualifying, apparently.
That's something.
I guess he's not a good road course racer. Or he's just not good at St. Petersburg. Anyways, we are going green this time. Whenever we get there. Look at those water graphics. Amazing. for a
Beautiful,
21-year-old.
beautiful, realistic water here on NR2003 on the sim.
It looks so
We
bad.
bring into you about like 17 weekends. 17
late night
Fridays.
Because we'll try to race these at least decently in the evening. Because what's wrong with a late night Friday sim race?
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. As we are about to go green, coming out of the final corner. We're actually entering it
It'll
right
be
now.
20 laps to go.
This
It's
time.
Erickson, Award, Dixon, Ilott, Grosjean, Power, McLaughlin, Rossi, Armstrong, and Pillow.
As
Your
we are
top 10.
green flag at St.
And your
Petersburg for the
green
third
flag
time.
racing again. Good jump there from Pillow. Good jump from the top 4. Can anybody make a move into 1? Oh, Erickson blocks him off.
Award still
Nobody
trying.
can make him
No.
move.
Doesn't make it work. Scott Dixon
Great
trying to get
place.
around.
Amazing car placement by Marcus Erickson.
What will Scott Dixon do? Is he's trying to get around Award through the Snickers stretch.
Now, if Pato Award can try and keep pace, can keep tabs at least, he might have a shot.
Trying his best to follow his lines. It's just that car is not built for that. As he's already most definitely a second behind. Or near that. Marcus Erickson has just dominated this race.
Absolute, complete domination.
If we didn't mess up the laps, this would have been 9 to go. Or actually 10 to go. But that's
would've been.
fine. 10 laps.
More racing for the people.
Yeah. And he's already fallen a second behind. He's almost
That's
passed
1
him.
second.
Scott Dixon almost got around Award there, but didn't make it work.
Could not make the move work. Now he's under pressure from Callum Ilott. Ilott getting offline, trying to try something here.
The 6-time
Callum
INDYCAR
Ilott
champion.
feeling the energy a little bit. Couldn't make a move on Dixon there, but he's definitely got some speed in that car late in the race.
The 6-time NTT INDYCAR champion. And 2008 actual Indy 500. Third place. Top 3 finish would help start off the season for Dixon.
Looks like everybody holding station for the most part. Pillow was able to get around Marcus Armstrong for 9th. There's Pillow right there. He's done a good job this entire race. Stayed in the top 10. It's going to bring home some good points. Now, Pillow just getting around some lap cars. That's Colton Herta right there. Past the bay they go. And off towards the runway. Now onto the airstrip. Complete yet another lap.
Low getting the run.
Oh, very close. Almost contact made, but Kirkwood
He does get around Kirkwood.
room and backs out. Good move there from Kyle Kirkwood to not cause an accident. Meanwhile, Erickson actually hasn't pulled away from Award as much as we thought he would.
Not as much as usual. I think Award's finally found out his line. We'll see.
Has
if he
Award
caught.
found a little bit of pace here?
We'll see if Award gains or loses time across the stripe.
We'll see what the gap is.
174 at the moment.
Okay,
216.
never mind. Okay.
We had hope for a second.
Just a
But
second.
he isn't losing that much time as he usually does. Usually every lap he loses about a second. Now he only lost about 5 tenths in a second. So
About half a second down, so he's definitely
slower
found
than
some
usual.
sort of pace.
Slower than usual or something.
If Pato can try and find a little bit more pace, he'll be able to start running down the 8 car, and he's got time to do it.
Most definitely. Talk about pure domination. And this shows we're coming to 10 to go. Oh no, we are not near 10 to go. We're coming
15
close
to go.
Coming close to 10 to go. 15 to go now. It's just so many laps led from this one driver. Oh! Braked a little too early. Okay.
You don't really
A little late.
see performances like this very often. When you do, it's just really a testament to how good some of these drivers really are.
Definitely showing his skill. And Award showing his potential as well. If anyone's showing potential, Will Power is, as we said multiple times, started in the top 20 and he's made his way up to 6th place.
All the way up to 6th.
Talk about a powerhouse. This would have been a guy to win it if he was in 2nd. He could have caught him, maybe. Might. But we don't know, because he was not in 2nd place, ever. No, he was. He actually led a lap, which is pretty good. Lap 97. As we're coming close to the end of the race, as it's been 2 hours. We started this race around 8 o'clock. And it's about
And now it is
10:30.
10:29.
About 10:30.
Below getting around some more lap traffic.
Would you be surprised if Marcus Ericsson were to mess up this late into the race?
I most certainly would be.
If his engine were to stall, that would ruin him.
We've seen a lot of cars do that.
It's usually happened to the guys in the back with not that good equipment.
We've seen a lot of bad things happen to good people. So
A lot of good things happen to bad people.
I'd keep my fingers crossed if I were Marcus Ericsson right now.
You've only had one engine blowout. But if Marcus Ericsson were to overdrive this car for too long, another engine blowout could be possible.
Could happen.
Which is probably what happened to Stingray Rod. If we're being legit. Overdrove the car.
Yeah, Rob was definitely punching above his weight. So that catches up to you. Gotta bring the car home.
Can't
Didn't do that
overdrive
today.
the car.
They're going to be coming very close to 10 laps to go. Ericsson much slower this time, but was still able to open up his advantage.
Usually by now he'd be around 8 seconds ahead, but just now getting to the 5-second mark. If it even does get there. No, he didn't even gain a second. Not even in the 4-second range yet. Only gained about 5 tenths every lap. So about half of how much he gained last caution. Before last caution. Finally got it out of the mouth. Scott Dixon had potential this race, but ever since he got passed by Award, he's just not been showing.
Has not been the same race. No.
Hasn't yet got around Pato Award, or at least attempted to yet.
Hasn't been quick enough since. Not sure what happened.
Talk about not quick enough ever since. Marcus Ericsson hasn't been as quick as he was before. Might be saving fuel.
I think he's concerned about bringing the car home.
He might be overdriving the car like I was talking about. And he's trying to keep that engine temperature down. Because he hasn't even gained... He's still only gained like 3/10 that lap. Almost 4/10 that time. As we are 11 laps to go. He's probably trying to keep that engine temperature down. As we can see back there, Pato Award isn't catching, but he's still back there, lingering in the distance.
This guy, you can see.
I have a little study.
Ericsson still has a big advantage, so it's not like he's all too much worried about pushing and
if I mispronounce the word, it's because I had some stuttering issues sometimes. Usually when I'm commentating, it doesn't happen, but I guess it's just happening. Anyways. Ericsson coming to 10 laps to go. Just an amazing performance race.
Absolutely.
As now he's getting quicker. Finally gets into that 4-second range. Gained about 6, I'd say, tenths that lap.
We are also accustomed to seeing. As Will Power has broken into the top 5. He got around Roman Grosjean for the 5th spot.
Let's take a look back there at Will Power and see what's going on. If he could... Yeah, he definitely got around him, but now he's got clean air ahead of him. And some draft to catch up to Callum Ilott.
Let's see if he can push on to try and challenge the 77.
This is amazing for that team. Callum Ilott in the top 5, unlike his teammate, which is, I'm pretty sure, a lap down. And in the top 20.
Canapino running 18th a lap down.
Not very good for his teammate, but definitely helping the team out as he is in 4th place. Let's talk about Marcus Armstrong also getting up in the top 10. He was lingering back in around the 15th position most of the race. And he's finally broken in the top 10.
He's back in the top 10 after Pelot deposed him, but now back in the top 10, having a good run.
You know,
good to see it from him.
Another unfortunate run for a driver, Colt Herta. He was in the top. He wasn't like 3rd or 4th at one point, fighting with McLaughlin, and then was in pit road twice for a few laps. And now he's running how many laps down? Who knows?
Currently in 22nd, he's 2 laps down.
So he did gain his laps back. A few of them. Because he was parked in pit road, we saw that.
Yeah.
Not good for the Gainbridge. Take a look at that onboard for Marcus Ericsson just to see what that throttle control is, what it looks like. Throttle control, and it's just his steering. No, you do it this time. I always say it. It's your turn.
Wait, what? For what?
The gap between first and second. You say it this time. I always say it.
5.3 seconds separating the top two. Really nothing that Pato Award can do at this point. Except for pray that someone stalls.
With 7 to go.
But not a lot of time for things to happen anymore.
With 7 to go, I don't think Pato Ward is trying to catch him anymore. I think he's just trying to keep Scott Dixon behind him so he can finish in second place, which would be an amazing start to the season. And
very good start to the season for him, nonetheless.
If you were to show at Texas and Erickson wouldn't, he would most likely be the points leader over Erickson. With 6 laps to go now. Marcus Erickson.
So it's not going to be all, it shouldn't be all bad for Pato Award coming out of this race. Still came out of here second place, lots of points.
Remember, a caution could come out and Pato Ward could possibly get around the INDYCAR. Could possibly.
Imagine the scenes, Pato Award stealing this win late.
I wouldn't say it would be Mickey because he's been running in the top 3 actually in most of this race.
Oh no, he's been up there.
But if Marcus Erickson were to lose this race, it'd be very unfortunate for him because he has led the most laps. I'm pretty sure he still holds fastest lap.
Yes, he does.
And he's just been up front most of this race.
He was able to dip into the sub 110s with a 109.4.
5 laps to go at St. Petersburg. Only about 10 miles remain. Because I'm guessing this course is about 2 miles or so. It most likely is. If a caution were to come out with about...
I know what I'm doing. Hold on.
They're checking the distance on how big it is.
There should be a... There it is. Alright. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay.
Well, I'm guessing it's just well about 2 to 3 miles wide? 2 to 3 miles in size. Which is the average size for a road course on an INDYCAR or NASCAR schedule. As we are coming to 4 to go, Marcus Erickson with a 6-second lead over Pato Award.
When it comes to complete the lap,
just a dominant force that has not yet been stopped. Even when he pit, he still came out of pit road in 3rd. Or around there, because there was most definitely pitters in front of him. If he were to have a malfunction on his car now, it would not be good. If his car were to stall out, even with a 6-second lead, he still would have to hold off the pack behind him, which he's done well every single restart. But anything can happen. Anything could change in a restart. As we've seen it in NASCAR before, and it's happened in real life INDYCAR. But Erickson has just showed his potential for possibly this championship. But remember, this is only one race out of probably many. Around a 20 race season every Friday. Around 5 o'clock whenever school's out. Probably going to turn into 3 whenever his school ends, Teo. He'll end in about 2 weeks, so for the next 2 weeks / 2 races, we'll be racing around 8 o'clock into probably midnight.
Mm.
Yeah. Late night races are not at all bad. Late night races are
No,
fun.
no. I agree.
As we are 3 laps to go in St. Petersburg, Florida. Where is Marcus Ericsson from? I know he's not from
Sweden.
America. Alright. So the man from PewDiePie land leading.
That's crazy.
Anyway. PewDiePie's relevant now. Hot take. Marcus Ericsson from Sweden showed how good he is in the NR2003 AI League. With 2 laps to go, he got the pole. He got the most laps led. He has the fastest lap currently. And with almost a 7-second, actually I think it's 7 seconds now, yes it is, 7-second lead over Pato Award. Just showing
And he
how
topped
good he
it
is.
off with a win.
Because if a caution were to come out now, the race would
That would end the
be over.
race.
The race would be over now if the caution were to come out. So Pato Award's race is over unless something were to happen to Ericsson's car. Let's take a look at the caution's out.
Ain't no way.
Caution is out.
That's the race.
The race, it will end
Jack
under
Harvey.
yellow flag.
It was Callum Ilott. Something's happened to Ilott.
Oh, that sucks. He was in the top 5. His engine blew. Oh,
Absolutely
man.
terrible for Callum Ilott. Running in the 4th spot.
His engine just blows right after he crossed the line. And he will make hard contact
into the wall.
And the caution came out around probably as he was ahead of the 12 car. No one else looks like to be collected. But that caution, as I was just talking about it, will end the race under the yellow
That will
flag.
end the race. Behind the safety car.
Marcus Ericsson from Sweden.
What
will
a
win.
performance.
What a dominant race for Marcus Ericsson. It was unfortunate to end the race under caution, and it's unfortunate for Callum Ilott because he will finish, I'm pretty sure he will finish outside the top 10 as it looks like on the ticker. That's very unfortunate, but very good for Will Power because he will finish in 4th place now. As Callum Ilott will not finish in the top 10.
Amazing drive from Will Power, coming from 24th on the grid all the way up to 4th.
As
just awesome drive.
Marcus Ericsson, this looks very similar to the 2022 Indy 500. He finished the race under caution behind the pace car, and he won it. Marcus Ericsson coming out of the second to final corner, coming into the final corner, rubbing it in Pato Award's face. Marcus Ericsson, ending the race under caution, will win at St. Petersburg. What a surprise.
Here he comes. The checkered is waving.
And Marcus Ericsson has pulled off the victory. What a race. Will Power
That is it.
will finish in 4th. Top 5 for Scott McLaughlin. Connor Daly, unfortunately, had a stalled engine. We're going to talk how unfortunate. We're going to talk to Callum Ilott after these cars come into pit road. Engine blows as soon as he crossed the line. We'll figure out where he finishes after the race. Just saw his teammate there. Augustine Canapino across the line. Scott Dixon, 3rd. Pato Award, 2nd. Roman Grosjean in 6th. Alexander Rossi finishing 7th in his number 7. Alex Palou in 8th. Marcus Armstrong in 9th. And another surprise top 10 for Graham Rahal finishing in 10th place. What a run for these drivers. pull into pit road, we will definitely talk to Callum Ilott after that, because that's just very unfortunate for that driver. The second blowout coming after Stingray Rob. I think I know what happened. I'll just make an assumption. I think what happened was Callum Ilott overdrove the car and just messed up the engine, making it blow up. As you see his teammate right there finishing a lap down.
Austin Canapino brung it home in 16th. Not a terrible
Let's
performance.
take a look at Callum Ilott and see where he finished, which is definitely
Ilott
outside the
will
top
be
10.
scored in the 20th position.
Dang, that sucks for him. He was running in 4th place too, and then to finish a lap down in 20th is just insult to injury. As now we are bringing it into pit road. Marcus Armstrong brings it home in 9th. As I was trying to say though, Marcus Ericsson will win the St. Petersburg Grand Prix. As the cars despawn, let's pretend they're going in the garage. Let's talk to Callum Ilott. So Callum Ilott, what happened there after crossing the line, coming to the final?
We're not sure. It felt to me we were just coming down the straightaway, and it just went up in smokes for me. Really bummed out. We had a really fast car. We thought we could at least maybe chase after Dixon for third, but wasn't meant to be for us. But we still have hope we'll do good at Texas. So got our eyes locked on there.
And how did that hit feel after hitting the wall there? After being cleared from the infield care center?
It never feels good, but it probably would have felt better than sliding into the wall at turn 1, so I just kind of turned it right, see if I could slow the car down at all.
Did you think you were, with the 2 laps to go, did you think you would make it up to Scott Dixon?
Well, of course, you never know until you try. We were pretty close to him. I thought we could get there at least, but I guess we'll never know.
And what our commentator said in the booth, he said you might have overdrove the car over its limit. Is that what happened?
I mean, to consider that we were there the whole day, I don't feel like we were stressing the car at all. It just kind of went up, just like how people were stalling their cars all over the track. I'm not sure, but we'll just try to move on, put this behind us, and have a better season.
Do you think the same thing that happened to you happened to Stingray Rob? Same type of malfunction.
I can't really comment on what happened to him. We're not really. We're still looking at our own data, trying to figure out what happened. So, can't really give you an answer to that.
Thank you, Callum Ilott, and that is a unfortunate way to end your race. Now for Marcus Ericsson, what a dominant performance! And
all right, now you're doing this one. You're doing this one.
No, you're doing this still. You're doing it. Marcus Ericsson, what a dominant performance from you. How does it feel to bring it home at St. Petersburg?
Well, I knew we had something going after the test at Indianapolis. We had a very fast car there. We had a very fast car here. The pit crew always went 100%. Everybody went 100%, and when everything works, this is what happens. That's what happens.
How do you feel coming into Texas knowing that you are the points leader?
it takes a big weight off of your shoulders, but the work is never done. There's always going to be another week. There's always going to be new challenges. Pato was looking very fast on the restarts. We're coming to a place where you have to be aggressive on restarts at Texas, so it's going to be a big challenge to stay up front and keep up with the changing track, but it's nothing we're not up to face.
And as we were looking in the booth, the throttle control on you, very good throttle control through the corners. You get in the gas, you get in the brakes, and then you throttle up again. Very, very
We
good for you. Yeah. How would you say the overall race felt for your car as you held off Scott Dixon, who was very strong at the very start of this race?
we had a very good handling car throughout practice and qualifying. We just kind of manually tweaked our setup so it could fit a full race. Um, I guess we just had something better than everybody else, and we just were able to drive off. Really couldn't complain at all about how the car was feeling. It felt absolutely great the whole time. So really proud of everybody that was working on the car and got a good result.
All right, thank you, Marcus Erickson. Enjoy your victory. And
Thank
that's
you.
it for me. All right, Teo, that's gonna be really it.
Very, very dominating performance from Marcus Erickson. Going to be exciting to see. I love the I love his attitude saying when he said the work is never done. I love that attitude from him. Moving on to next week, moving on to Texas, a very different track. Um,
And we'll see how the
Absolutely,
oval racers shine there over the road course racers.
it's going to be very interesting to see.
The whole different package. We'll see how that happens. And we will see you next Friday. That's it from me and Teo. Teo, if you could, I'll just screenshot that. If you want to do the points, you can. If you
Yeah.
don't want to,
Uh,
I'll figure it out myself. That will be it for me. That will be it for Teo. And that'll be it for this race at St. Petersburg, Florida. We'll see you next time at Texas Motor Speedway and, of course, Texas. And, yeah, we'll see you next time. That is it for me, and that is it for Teo. I've said that 3 times now.